Okay, so today guys, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on the cold cut machine. This is basically, we're going to be using this to cut our aluminium angles for our toolbox project. So I'll give you a quick rundown on the machine first. It's quite simple to use. It's basically got a static head that you just pick up to wherever you need to get it to the height to fit the material under. You've got a manual release valve system, so basically this is a quick lock, so you'll see that it's coming down on its own at the moment. You can stop it very quickly, and you can adjust the flow by this little threaded screw nut here. So basically the more you do it clockwise, the slower it will come down. Now the speed that you want to be cutting this aluminium at is at about that sort of volume there. You don't want to be jamming it in. It's not a drop saw by any means, and you're cutting aluminium, so it's steel. So when you're done with your cut, you're basically it's gonna finish its cut down through. It's gonna stop itself, right? You can lift up and then crank the gate valve closed, and it will stop there until you rearrange your piece of material to cut again. Now I'm going to show you two bits of angles. So this is the angle we're using, 25 by 25. This is a 3mm. We've got 3mm and 1.6mm thick. So there's only two different orientations. We're going to leave the fence at 45 degrees this way, and any straight cuts that we require to do, we're going to cut it on the square cut machine, the other cold cut machine, and the engineering side. So to cut the right side, you're going to flick in the angle this way. Okay, you're going to line it up to your measurement, and you're going to cut down. To cut the left side, simply all you do is you're going to be turning it up the other way, and you should have the flat of the aluminium down, and that's going to give you your opposite cut for the same corner. So I'll show you that on the table now. So I've got a right hand cut and a left hand cut. So this is my left hand cut. This is my, which one am I there? Sorry, that one. It goes that way. And then we've got our right hand cut there, okay? So then they both match up nicely on the corner of your toolbox, okay? Now when you're measuring your toolbox lengths and your aluminium pieces that are going to go on all your external corners, you'll see the thickness of the aluminium, just come around this way a bit, thickness of the aluminium is dictated by the short point inside there, not from that point. If you do it from that point and you cut it to that point, you're going to be short, and you can end up with a cut like that, okay? So you need to have it from the inside edge, because that's where the two short points touch when they come in. All right. So there's two ways you can do this. You can measure your overall exterior length, and then add the thickness of what that distance from that short point to the long point is. So it may be 2mm, and you've got to remember it's 2mm on each end. Okay. So you're going to be adding 4mm to your length. So there's a couple of different ways. You can either do that, or you can have your piece or angle and you can mark it to the right length. So totally up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. If you're doing the adding the number, just don't forget it, because it will be short. It won't be too long, it'll always be too short. So that's about the only way. This machine will do water cutting, but with aluminium light duty. It's no different to like a medium hardwood timber. And your power switch is here, and it automatically cuts off when it goes down. So when it comes down, I'll just simulate what it does. It comes down, that's about the speed you want to cut, nice and steady, otherwise the blade will deflect and you won't get an accurate cut. When it gets down to the bottom, it turns off on its own. You then lift up, shut the gate valve off, and you're good to rearrange and get your material ready. So that's about it for your cold cut machine.